Hello, welcome back to the Two Dudes and a Podcast.
Ba weep, growl, nah weep, ninny bong.
Brannon, that's what Brannon said.
It's the universal greeting.
Said. Everybody understands that.
Everybody does.
We're going to jump right in. No fancy intro, because this week we have not watched a new movie. We're just talking Empire Strikes Back.
We rewatched a masterpiece, man.
We did. Empire Strikes Back, 40 years this year. We haven't really dedicated a whole episode to it, so why not?
We did our sequel pitches a couple months ago. Feels like we did it like 2 years ago, but
yeah,
I feel like 2 years older because of this year, man.
Me too. This year's the year of maturity and gaining it.
It sort of sucks.
You can always maintain a part of your childlike innocence.
Exactly. That's what these things are for.
Yeah, we have a table full of toys right now.
Action figures.
As Brandon so vehemently said. The question of the week is, what's your favorite moment from Empire Strikes Back? This will be featured on our Instagram story, on the Two Dudes Podcast. Also, in the next week or two, YouTube channel for Two Dudes and a Podcast will happen.
YouTube channel gonna happen, baby.
And then hopefully after that, the next step is moving on to Apple Podcasts. And that'll be even
more epic.
As
I like to say.
I say next week we shoot for YouTube, and then the week after that we shoot for Apple.
That's a good idea. I'm getting a picture of these guys for the podcast. Not podcast. Instagram.
Story.
Instagram post story. I don't know.
Put it on the story, yeah. And then we can have a slideshow, because I got to show you like the thing that I'm going to release tomorrow to say the episode's out. See if you'd have any feedback. So, Brandon, what's your favorite moment from Empire Strikes Back?
It's a hard choice. Pretty much any scene with Vader I think is amazing.
It's great.
I love Darth Vader. He's great, especially the end of it. I think one of the last times you see Vader is when he walks away without killing anybody.
Yeah.
At the end,
he's killing Imperial officers.
They're dropping left and right because of him.
He's so
pissed.
Fucking pissed in this movie.
He is.
He is just any officer that screws up even slightly just immediately starts going.
They choke to death.
Yeah, I like when Piet gets put in charge, because there's the one guy, and then boom, he's like, Piet, you're now in command of the fleet.
Yeah.
And then Piet's like, okay.
And then he learns Luke is his son.
He knew.
From
he
Palpatine.
Actually knew Luke was his son.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Before Empire Strikes Back,
because of the new comic books,
which I think is cool. And you know who tells him?
Boba Fett.
I've
seen that moment in the comics.
Which I think is cool. I have that volume of comics. I have the figure that goes with that volume of comics right here.
Nice. I think I read Did I read those volumes? I checked out like the first two of that.
I need to read that first volume that I have.
I checked out the first
I have
two.
Seen
the first two volumes of that Vader series. I checked out from the library.
That's not from the Vader series, when he finds out Luke is his son.
Oh, yeah. But the Vader series was really good.
I've heard that, too. I had a friend who kept up with it as best he could. In single issues. I don't know.
Dr. Afra-Chick got kind of weird.
I haven't seen her. I know they made a Black Series figure over that.
There was a torture protocol droid.
Yeah, there was a protocol droid that had, like, torture hands.
Yeah, and there was a
astromech that had like a missile launcher,
there was an insane
minigun on it.
Yeah,
that's kind of dope though.
Yeah.
And then she had like a DL-44,
something like that. I don't know. And then there was a whole thing that
I saw the figure of it once. Dr. Afra had a pretty good Black Series figure.
I don't doubt that. Black Series, what I can tell, is pretty all right.
Black Series. We'll get to that
we
later.
got like 2 colors of series here tonight.
Red Series, Black Series?
Yep, red and black.
Classified.
And classified. Are we still going to talk about Empire?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite?
My favorite moment? Oh, gosh. You got Hoth.
You've got the entire
you got the
movie.
asteroid field scene.
That's good.
with that great music, you know.
It's so good.
And you have the duel with Luke and Vader. You got I love you, I know. You got all John Williams was just banging them out back then like it was nothing.
He was on fire. I mean, like, come on.
He still is.
I know my mom and dad, before they got married, had a whole I know moment. It's pretty awesome. They've told me that story a couple of times. It's pretty wicked.
All I know is this one YouTuber, he reviewed movies. He talked about his wedding. He said, yeah, my wife walked down to the aisle to the throne room music from New Hope.
That's freaking
I'm like,
cool.
that is a great replacement because it's still epic. It's like,
you know, my mom,
yeah,
she walked down to the theme.
Star Wars theme?
Uh-huh.
I mean, here's the thing, though. The throne room music leads into that theme.
That's
basically.
true, but, like, I don't know.
The throne room music is just as epic.
Basically, my mom walked down the aisle. All my dad's dude friends were like, nice.
Like, oh boy, she's a keeper.
And now she's got a whole shelf of vintage Star Wars toys.
That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the bookshelf of just Legends books and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like your mom very well may be an encyclopedia of all things
She's
Legends.
pretty close. Like, I think I can play a piece of the Star Wars score, and she'll pretty much know what scene it's in.
I can kind of do that.
Yeah.
I was listening, fun fact, you like Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
So I was listening to Attack of the Clones score the other week. The correlation between you liking it and me listening to it, almost none. But I was listening to it.
Uh-huh.
Specifically the chase when they're chasing Zam Wessel through Coruscant. There's electric guitar in that score.
You right?
Yeah.
There's one in the Clone Wars movie, too.
I know that.
I
I
think-
know that for sure. There is electric guitar in the Clone Wars movie. But in Attack of the Clones, there's some electric guitar, and it's not like usual electric guitar. It's just like this guy, and like the music plays, and then you hear like this wild riff.
Oh,
and it's
I can see why that would give it a very club-like Coruscant feel.
Yeah, and I heard it, and I was like, "Oh, that's dope."
That's dope.
But my
Whoa.
favorite moment from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time picking one.
I couldn't pick one. I gave you like 3.
The duel.
That's a good one. You know the music they play?
Yeah,
That's in Revenge of the Sith.
I do.
It's
I do know
It's
that.
an epic.
I do know that.
Epic.
But I just love how, like, in Episode 4, there's a big jump in lightsaber fighting just from Episode 4 to 5. Like, it's not Duel of the Fates. It's not that level of, like, sword fighting.
It's not that fast.
It's not like this crazy ultra fencing,
It has a more
spinny blade type stuff. It's
It has like a more ancient feel to it. Like the original trilogy, in my opinion, feels a lot more like that traditional
it's
fantasy.
very
with
inspired by
knights and wizards,
samurai films.
Yeah, that too.
The lightsaber fighting, specifically the lightsaber itself, is supposed to be like a katana in George Lucas's vision.
Huh. I know. In his vision, they do have weight.
What?
Lightsabers.
Yeah,
They have
no.
like a gyroscope in their hilt or something. I find that weird.
I think that's like in the making of the film, right?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I remember George. I think he was someone involved with Star Wars. I watched a documentary, Empire of Dreams, good documentary, and they were like the swords. They were like the swords are supposed to the lightsabers. They're supposed to be like samurai swords. When they come out, some bad shit's about to happen. Some crazy stuff is about to happen. You know, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Especially with the way they handle it in Empire Strikes Back. Like, Luke brings it out, and he, you know, Vader. And, yeah, and then, I don't know, that fight is a pretty good fight. Much
Should've brought my
better
Vader
than
figure.
Alec Guinness as Ben Kenobi and Darth Vader in New Hope, where they just kind of tap sticks.
Iconic fight, though.
I mean, iconic. I don't think it's iconic because of the choreography. I think it's iconic because
it has more of a story meaning to it.
It's more of, whoa, this is some crazy story stuff that just happened.
Yeah.
There is a reimagining of that is pretty cool.
I like that. I like how they threw in the Revenge of the Sith flashback.
Me too. The audio from it, which is cool.
It's cool.
I like it.
It's cool.
Scene 38 reimagined. Good.
It's good. When did that come out again?
Last year.
Last year, and they spent how many years working on it?
3.
3? Yeah, that sounds right.
But that's an amazing.
It was
fan
worth
film. Intercut that with A New Hope. That'd be dope. You'd be like, whoa, there's just this really random, awesome fight in the middle, and then the rest of it is like 70s.
1977.
Yeah.
Filmmaking.
But Empire Strikes Back, it's like...
The Empire Strikes Back. I think I watched it again for the first time in a while.
Empire Strikes Back blows New Hope out of the water.
It really does, but I can't hate on A New Hope.
I don't hate on A New Hope. I'm just saying, you watch A New Hope and you're like, that was a... If you're not like, shitty old movies and all this, if you are like, that was a dope movie.
You want to know something I realized
What?
a while ago after watching I've watched some episodes of the 1950s Lone Ranger TV show.
Yeah.
That was filmed in black and white, and I've seen some other old movies that came out pre-Star Wars.
Yeah.
And all of their music is very quiet to non-existent. Like a very large portion of the Lone Ranger episodes have no music behind them at all, and I kind of forget they're on sometimes.
Yeah.
So when A New Hope came out in 1977 and the theme just blasted through the speakers,
yeah, see, and then
that was a much bigger deal than we probably think it is.
It's movies like the blockbuster movies with their like soundtracks, like John Williams on Star Wars, and then a year later, Superman.
Yeah.
Superman the movie. Gosh, like...
Have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen it like 3 times this year alone.
Nice.
And I tried to... Premiere 6, the movie theater I was like... They're like, what movie should we have since we're playing throwback movies? I'm like, Superman 1978.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened, but...
If they do that, let me know. I'm going to bring my brother.
I was thinking about it. I was like, Brandon would love to see this in theaters.
If I go see it, I can't not go and not take my brother. Wait, never mind.
Excuse me. But Empire Strikes Back, epic score.
Epic score. I think, so going again back to my family, my mom is a big Star Wars fan. Mm-hmm. And she grew up with 4 brothers, 2 older than her and 2 younger than her. And all 5 of them were giant Star Wars people. Like, the Star Wars shelf my mom has is a combination of her brother's things that they don't want anymore. Mm-hmm. So we've got an AT-AT and an AT-ST, which is her oldest brother's, and a Millennium Falcon, which is like her second oldest and stuff. But I think the brother that's right below her is a band director, or he's got some kind of degree in music and stuff. Yeah. So he's really big on Star Wars music. And I think it was him that said Empire has probably the best score out of all 6 movies.
It's got an amazing one.
It was either that or Uncle Jim. I can't remember.
But you get like so many good like just cues and stuff. The Battle of Hoth is good.
Yeah. The Imperial March.
The debut of the Imperial March.
The Imperial March.
In Star Wars A New Hope, or aptly titled Star Wars at the time Empire came out, the Empire didn't have a theme. They had tones and music.
Yeah.
But no theme.
No theme.
And then John Williams comes out with boom, 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 boom. And then he drops that shit.
And then there's the First Order theme.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not. No, I'm talking about good shit right now.
Good stuff.
Good Star Wars.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, The Empire Strikes Back.
Wasn't it technically not called Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back? It was just The Empire Strikes Back?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think it was. Same
'Cause
thing with Return of the
I think it was
Jedi.
going to be Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, originally titled Revenge of the Jedi.
Whoa. And they changed it the last minute.
But then George said, I don't think Jedi's take revenge.
George, are you just making this up as you go?
A little bit, but what I do consider is past things.
Nice.
George did make that up on the go, which a lot of people will throw around. It's like, you can't complain about the sequels. George made things up as he went too, and I'm just like, but he took other things into account.
Yeah.
He didn't make a decision unless it was in the best interest
I
of
love how A New
the
Hope,
story.
Uncle Owen says that Luke is too much like his father, and that's a bad thing, or that's what he's afraid of.
Yeah.
But, like, that didn't entirely have the meaning we expected it to have. Or something like that was left open-ended on purpose.
Well, I think it's because, like, in Star Wars, if Star Wars was just one movie, that movie being A New Hope, that would just be like, he's too much like Anakin Skywalker, gonna get himself killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we went to Empire and
no,
hoo-wee.
I am your father. No,
No.
that's impossible.
What else is there?
And then he says, "Fuck it," and jumps to his death.
Yeet.
He thought he was dying. He
And
was
Han
like,
gets
"Kill
frozen
me."
in carbonite.
Han goes to sleep.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett,
Lando.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Mando.
Lando.
Yeah.
Did you say Mando?
I said Mando.
Mando appears in Empire Strikes Back Special Edition 2.0 right here. He walks out behind Boba Fett and goes,
I have a child.
I'm young Mando.
That's all he says. And he...
What do you think about Tamir Morrison's voice as Boba Fett? And what do you think of Jason Wingreen?
It's been a while since I've listened to the original.
I think both are equally as badass. It's just that one is now more canon.
Yeah. I know my mom still thinks it's dumb, but kind of deals with it. She's actually not a big fan of Boba Fett coming back. None of her and her brothers, I think, are.
He didn't do much on screen. We need to see him do some cool shit.
I want to see him come back.
I want to see him come back and do some cool shit.
Right?
He came back in Legends canon.
That's true. I did some research on Sarlaccs, and apparently they may or may not be able to absorb the intellect of their prey. So they have two digestive tracts, one for non-sentient or non-intellectual, and one for intellectual. It's interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah, and they also have, like, poison barbs in their throat that paralyze their prey. And the whole reason Boba Fett was able to get out is because he was armored and armed to the teeth.
He probably climbed on those poison spikes.
Something.
He probably went...
The diagram I looked at is that he actually got shoved in one of the stomachs and blasted his way out.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Shoot. He had those... He either has a missile on his arm or the whistling birds like Mando. We know he has a flamethrower.
Yeah. And a grappling hook on the other one.
And a grappling hook on... Well, the grappling hook got cut in the fight in Return of the Jedi.
But
His
Sarlaccs
jetpack was...
Sarlaccs are also
FUCKED.
apparently susceptible to laser blasts.
Sarlacc pits are susceptible to it?
Sarlaccs are.
Almost anything in the Star Wars universe is susceptible to laser blasts.
Except for Rancors.
Yeah, crash a ship into them, though.
Or a gate.
Throw something.
Throw something. Apparently resistant to lightsabers, too.
Tell that to Starkiller.
Bruh. Let's see.
They sure aren't resistant to Force lightning.
Nothing is.
Oh.
Except for Rey.
All kneel before Force lightning, which was not introduced in Empire Strikes Back. But,
yeah.
I don't know. Tamir Morrison is Boba Fett in the special edition of...
Not bad.
don't think it's bad.
I have nothing negative to say about it.
There was a time where I thought I like both.
It's one of those small details that I kind of feel indifferent about.
Me too.
Yeah.
If you wanted to say that like Boba grew up and maybe his voice changed, sure. But would that make sense?
I don't know. All the clones grew up and sound like that.
Exactly.
And he's just a clone.
Yeah. I think he's a clone, except he was made not to age as fast.
I can kind of see where some people would be disappointed with him being a clone.
Me too.
Because he's just a clone at that point.
But I think he's gonna make his own way. Like he obviously made his own way in the original trilogy. You just didn't see it. It's like, I don't know. I feel like the implication of the line in Return of the Jedi, Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, where?
Before he gets yoinked.
Wasn't there an episode of Clone Wars that was supposed to have armored Boba Fett?
Yeah, no, there was an episode of Clone Wars that was going to show how he got like the ding in his helmet.
He kills Cad Bane or something?
Yeah.
I wish they'd animate that.
You can see the rough animation of it.
Yeah, I've seen
There's
it before.
like an episode, and like they have a whole Western standoff, and like Boba has his dad's blasters, and like.
See, I wish they'd polish that
dropped.
up. Give me like an animated Boba Fett movie in the style of Clone Wars.
Yeah, make the Clone Wars arcs that you didn't make into little movies.
Yeah, do that. That'd be awesome. Do that. Do the one with the Bad Batch and Yoda going to Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Dave Filoni, if you're listening, make that happen.
Please.
Do it.
Dave. Well, Dave's busy with Mandalorian. Next episode comes out tonight.
We're going to talk about the most
We're going to talk about the most recent episode.
Well, hang
on.
on.
First,
Before we...
Empire.
Yeah, Empire. What was it? I had something cool to say about it. I think it was the first time I watched it in a while was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was cooking some homemade pizza at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I'm pretty good about getting up right when the timer goes off.
Mm-hmm.
But Empire had me so drawn in to the first 15 minutes of the film that the timer went off for about 15 seconds before I realized it went off.
Yeah, that movie draws you in, man.
It does.
You get... One thing I noticed, all the original trilogy movies, the opening shots have a Star Destroyer in it.
Huh. I didn't realize that.
New Hope, Tantive 4, boom, Star Destroyer overhead. Empire,
boom.
Space, Star Destroyer shooting out droids.
Pew pew. Probe droids.
Return of the Jedi, Star Destroyer going to the Death Star 2.
I love probe droids.
Those were cool, yeah.
You know, in the 80s, they all thought they said eat a laptop.
Eat a laptop.
They didn't even know what a laptop was at the time. Eat a laptop. Eat a laptop.
Just very warbly.
I think they say steadily up chop. Steadily up chop. Steadily up chop.
I don't know.
Steadily up chop.
Put on 5 different filters that make you sound like them. I'll be like, yeah, that's it.
Steadily up chop.
That's not working, buddy.
Bruh.
It's just such a... I don't know. Every bit of this movie had like just...
I call it a masterpiece.
Yeah. There's a Black Series snowspeeder. Watching that movie said, might just cop.
I saw the guy who played Dak got that.
Oh, poor Dak. Dak Ralter. Luke hops in his snowspeeder. Hey, Dak, how you doing? Well, I just feel like I could take on the whole Empire.
Wait, that wasn't Dak.
I just feel like I could take on the whole Empire.
Have you ever seen the music video about the Battle of Hoth?
No.
Hostiles on the Hill?
No.
Oh, you gotta look that up. It's where Dak has a backing track and Luke raps through the Battle of Hoth.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. One of the bad lip reading videos.
Okay.
It's pretty great.
But he's just like, I feel like I could take on the whole Empire, Luke. Luke's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Get stepped
and
on.
Then Dak just gets murked by like the back of the snowspeeder just malfunctioning and go.
Don't they get shot?
I think he gets electrocuted to death.
Something happens, yeah.
Something happens and like either like stray fire hits the ship.
The controls
and then
ionize
the controls like spark and he goes
and then he dies.
And Luke's like, Dak,
turn it on.
And then Dak's like,
I'm dead.
And then Luke's like, Wedge, and I'm pretty sure Wedge got recast in between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
I don't know.
Maybe Dennis Lawson didn't play him in New Hope?
Did he play him in Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are we talking about? Looking up Wedge.
Looking up Wedge.
Sorry. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording
Okay.
again. I accidentally hit spacebar on the computer, and
We stopped recording for a hot minute.
yeah. That's real fun.
So you want to hear a hypothetical situation I came up with?
Yeah.
Looking at McQuarrie's concept art.
Yeah, go ahead.
Specifically the concept art for A New Hope. Like, imagine if the original Star Wars movie wasn't as big of a hit as it was, and then it just faded into obscurity. Imagine if we found Ralph McQuarrie's concept art now in 2020. What would that be like?
That'd be some wicked shit.
I know, right? It'd be like, what is this obscure...
Oh, he plays Dak in all three. Never mind. I'm just a dumbass.
You mean Wedge?
Wedge, yeah. He plays Wedge in all three.
Isn't Ewan McGregor related to him?
Yeah, it's like his uncle or something.
Nice. He is...
The Star Wars connection.
Nice. Is that a social... Not a... media circle. Warp speed.
All right.
What do we talk about now? Mando
Empire
or
Strikes
action
Back.
figures?
We're still on that.
Okay. How much time we got?
I don't know. We recorded 25 minutes, and
Okay.
we've done a minute and 30 more.
Okay, so...
So...
What else is there about Empire? Empire Strikes Back. Baller score. Baller acting.
Baller costuming.
Baller costume design.
Costuming. How did they manage to upstage just the original Star Wars? I'll tell you how.
Budget.
Budget. They said that first movie went bonkers, Lucas. Have all the fucking money you want.
Wasn't Lucas on like vacation at the beach or something when A New Hope came out because he thought it was gonna fail?
Yeah, I think he was just chilling.
He was just vibing, man.
Yeah.
Le vibe. Well.
Oh, 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back Black Series figures.
I should have brought my Empire Vader, man.
He has an Empire Vader, but that's what we're gonna move into next.
He has a busted
Star
foot.
Wars: The Black Series.
Black Series.
I went into Walmart one day.
Yeah, he's been on a Black Series spree, man.
This past week, I have obtained 7 figures.
Seven
I have
figures.
3 more on the way, and 4 more pre-ordered.
Oh my! I've only got.
Because I want a Star Wars shelf.
Actually, I was gonna say I've only got 2 things pre-ordered, and that was wrong. I've got like 8.
But I remember a while back I went into Walmart and was very tempted by these 40th anniversary figures because I'm like, damn, those look good.
Nice.
Especially the Han Solo.
I thought they looked good too.
This Luke Skywalker is just a reuse of the original Black Series Bespin Luke, which I own. But they said, what if we made that head sculpt 20 times better with photoreal technology? Brandon is now picking up a
Return of the Jedi
Luke.
Who's very obviously a few years old.
Yes. He came out in 2013, I believe.
2013, wow. When did the Black Series start?
2013.
Ah, okay, so.
Or 2012.
Honestly, his lightsaber doesn't
2013,
look that bad.
2014.
Does his blade come out?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
All the Black Series lightsaber blades pop out, except
Okay.
Kylo Ren's. They just have 2 hilts for him because his is unique.
Ah.
The first Kylo Ren figure, his blade popped out, though. Interesting fact.
Do you remember
it
what
looked
year
dumb
that-
as shit.
Do you remember what year that Jaina came out?
2017?
17. She's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can tell by just looking through the package.
Yeah.
But the first Black Series figures I got when I got back into it. This past weekend, I went to a town and went to a comic book store I really like. If you're a Tennessean, Z's Comic Lair in Murfreesboro. They have all the comics and collectibles.
I gotta go check them out
They have
eventually.
Transformers, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers. But I got the 40th anniversary Han Solo, which looks fucking amazing. Spot on, Harrison Ford. The 40th anniversary, not Carrie Fisher, because her face is amazing, but
Spot on.
Hoth Leia, and a Black Series Clone Wars Cad Bane, which recently came out. This Cad Bane figure I got because I saw it and I said, I remember seeing him on TV.
Cad Bane?
Yeah, I watched his debut episode as a child.
yeah. He was cool.
And that hit my nostalgia bone. And
Nostalgia bone.
now I want to get all the Rebels characters as well.
I got my sister Hera.
They had a Hera there. They had, I think, at the Z's Comic Lair, they had Zeb, Hera, Kanan.
Zeb was an ambitious figure.
Zeb is a good figure.
I've heard he's
from
good.
what I've seen. But they have a lot of figures. Since then, one of the first figures I ordered online after that was on GameStop. They're having Black Friday deals online
For the Black Series.
for a lot of stuff.
Did you see any Transformers?
I didn't look into Transformers. No, I don't think they do that.
They had the Ecto-1 guy for a while.
Maybe they do.
Maybe.
They might have exclusive stuff. And I got the Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats.
Mm-hmm.
Jango Fett from Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Now, this may be a Star Wars Bounty Hunter Jango Fett, but it has a photoreal Tamira Morrison head that looks pretty dope. And it's basically Jango Fett's look from the beginning of Attack of the Clones. With his first jetpack, which eventually becomes Boba's. After that, I proceeded to order the 40th anniversary Bespin Luke, which was on sale. And the Star Wars box set figure. It's not even a box set. It's just like a exclusive type of figure, like a premium format Black Series figure. Luke Skywalker Strikes figure, which is basically it's Luke Skywalker in his Yavin Ceremony outfit. He does not come with the medal, mind you. You have to buy the Yavin Ceremony figure for the medal.
Oh boy.
But it is based off of his comic book appearance when Marvel started doing comics again.
Dark Horse did
He
them at
comes
one point.
with his lightsaber. He comes with a blaster. He also comes with the little training droid.
Oh.
He comes with a little blast effect you can put on his lightsaber.
Oh, neat.
He comes with a crate and a book that Obi-Wan left behind for him on Tatooine as well, which he goes and finds in that comic book run.
That sounds like a box set, yeah.
And I might be ordering another one to keep in box, because it is a very nice box, and you open it up like a book, and there's the figure and his accessories in a nicely displayed area.
Nice.
And then I got the Season 7 Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano, which is a Walmart exclusive and a pain in the ass to track down.
That was a
but
Walmart exclusive?
Yes.
That's a
why
terrible idea.
That's why it's a pain in the ass. All the four of the Clone Wars figures right now are Walmart exclusive. That is Season 7 Ahsoka, the 332nd Ahsoka Trooper, and the Mandalorian Loyalist and Mandalorian Super Commando, also known as the Maul DeLorean, because it's a Darth Maul Mandalorian.
The Maul DeLorean.
All of the figures I've obtained are very good. Even the one that is reuse of the older Luke Bespin figure. The only issue with it is the lightsaber is cracked a little at the top, but I think I can fix that with a little super glue. Get that back looking normal.
Yeah, that shouldn't be that hard.
The lightsaber plugs in. It's not even like too wobbly, the blade. It's just like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, don't like that. So for all the lightsaber blades, they pop in, pop out. The only figure that has a lightsaber and cannot store it is the premium format Luke, because he just does not have a place on the belt. But why are you going to display him without a lightsaber, you know? Why display him with just a blaster pistol?
Sometimes I do that with Vader. Take out his lightsaber blade, put it on his belt, put his hand up.
Nah.
Put his hand on his belt, put his other hand up. It's pretty awesome.
But
Empire is Vader's cape.
so far, that's good.
It's huge.
Tomorrow, or the day the podcast releases, I'm expecting a Beskar Armor Mandalorian from the end of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Did you just get a meme?
No, I posted a meme on my Transformers account that in-hand image of the new Optimus Primal figure on the back of the new Cheetor figure.
Yeah.
And I made a meme out of it saying, "This could be us, but you're not a transforming robot cheetah." And I just got a notification that somebody commented on that post saying, "I'm sending this to my boyfriend, no questions asked."
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fun conversation.
It'll be fun.
How's
Ahsoka?
Ahsoka Tano, bro.
Ooh.
Now,
Do her lightsabers just plug into her skirt or something?
yeah, there's 2 little holes in her skirt, and they plug in there.
It's pretty awesome.
Her lightsabers the blades are also uniquely made to fit her unique hilts.
Nice.
I
thought about getting that for my mom for Christmas because I got my entire
they
family.
have 3 more 46 minutes away.
Well, you see, I got my entire family an action figure for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get her the Rebels Ahsoka, but that was sold out everywhere, and I sort of panicked. And PulseCon happened, where they revealed the Dritz Doradin figure, and I pre-ordered that for my with contribution from my dad for my mom.
Well, they'll have more Ahsokas eventually.
Eventually.
So. But they do have 3 more, 46 minutes away, of course.
Got my youngest
sister. This was a miracle figure, the Ahsoka. Good. Because I remember the last podcast you mentioned, hey, we had like a couple of Ahsoka figures.
We had like 3.
And I was like, And I went to Walmart last Friday, and
they were gone.
Fucking almost every Walmart I've been to, and within reasonable driving distance, has the ass. Their Star Wars section is straight up ass.
It's just Baby Yoda.
No, it's not even that. Sometimes
it's nothing.
It's like
ours is just
a
Baby
couple
Yoda.
of the Galaxy of Heroes figures. If you're lucky, one vintage collection figure that almost nobody wants. Well, I don't want to say that, but it's usually like a peg-warming vintage collection figure, and a fuck ton of the Darksabers.
Yeah.
Which, I think Walmart's putting them on sale for $25 now.
Oh, how much were they?
$29.
That's the price of a Voyager, which somebody hung up in a deluxe peg.
It's Walmart. What do you expect? But I go to this Walmart. They have...
Well, you don't go there.
They had 5 Ahsokas, which they said they didn't, because I tried to order it for pickup. They had 5 Ahsokas.
Did that Walmart have the pickup tower?
Maybe.
Because our Walmart has this giant tower in the front of the store now.
I've used that one.
I have.
Well, not that one, but I've used one of those towers. It's pretty dope. It's like a machine.
It's like a vending machine.
It is.
That's pretty awesome.
Except it plops it out in a cardboard box. They also have like P.O. box type things.
Huh. I haven't checked.
I've seen that in some fancier Walmarts.
I'm in the back of the store most of the time, so.
But I had 5 of those Ahsokas. I got one for me. I put out a message to some of my friends. I was like, hey, do you want one?
Anybody take one?
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
I'll make the trek with you if you want one.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I want Sunstreaker.
You're like, I got Transformers to get.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
But that was a good find, and I went there to find a figure that they said they had on clearance. Went to the clearance aisle. Did not find it.
Somebody keeps ripping Transformers open at my Walmart. So I found a Dark of the Moon Soundwave in the clearance aisle, ripped open and shoved back in the box. And last night I found a Roadbuster, ripped open and shoved back in the box.
Why do they put them in the clearance aisle?
Because they're ripped open and put it back in the box. So they mark $5 off of them. Because it's a damaged good.
$5 off for something that was ripped open.
Yep. I actually plan on reselling the Dark of the Moon Soundwave. I don't plan on keeping it, so.
I'm just surprised it's $5 off. I'm sorry, but I want a little more than $5 if the item I'm buying has been breached.
Yeah. But maybe I'll get my money back, so.
But good find. They also had like 3 of the 40th anniversary figures. I think they had a Lando, a Hoth Rebel Trooper, and a Snowspeeder Luke. And, of course, a shit ton of Darksabers, which nobody is buying. But I kind of want.
Bunch of Darksabers.
I like the little Darksaber toy. It's kind of cool. And it makes good noises. Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
So that was a good find. And Black Series, I am not going to be collecting all of them. Because I do not give a shit about some of the stuff they make.
Oh, boy.
But they have some decent figures that I'm like, I want that on a shelf. Especially the Clone Wars stuff. What pushed me over the edge is last Friday they revealed 2 Bad Batch characters in Asajj Ventress.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Bad Batch
said,
guys look cool.
Alright, I'm investing.
Alright.
And, well,
I'm sold.
the stuff that I'm interested in is just mainly prequel and original trilogy stuff.
I can see that.
And animated project. And Mandalorian. But not even all the Mandalorian characters. I'm just like, Mando, the child, couple stormtroopers, and
I
Moff
thought Quill
Gideon will
looked
do.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Quill, he looked pretty cool.
The only ones I'm interested in, which I got both versions of the Mandalorian, basic armor and Beskar, because they both look amazing. And you get one with a jetpack, get one with a jetpack holding a child, and then another one just
Chilling.
walking.
Just vibing.
And then Moff Gideon would be a cool one.
Does he come with a Darksaber?
He does.
Okay.
He comes with the Darksaber and his little pistol. And the Incinerator Trooper, if I can get my hands on them, the Remnant Stormtroopers.
Those are the battle damaged ones.
Those are like the shitty armor ones with dirt all over them. And then just the regular Stormtroopers. Hopefully they make a new Death Trooper. That would be very cool. Other figures that like I'm interested in is like Jedi. Like I have a Mace Windu from Revenge of the Sith on pre-order, mainly because I was like, well, Revenge of the Sith Mace is basically Season 7 Clone Wars Mace.
He's practically
Season
7.
Because they also made Plo Koon and Kit Fisto, but I'm like, I don't care for those looks.
Oh.
Because it's Attack of the Clones.
Oh.
Although I do like Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Anakin, especially Obi-Wan. I could be like, I have a Jesus figure. Look at him. Jesus had a lightsaber? Yeah.
And a mullet.
Did
he have a mullet in that movie?
Yeah, it's the Jedi mullet.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, Black Series has regained my interest
What
with
Black Series figures
good
do I have?
content.
I've got Vader
You've got Vader and Jaina.
and Jaina. That's it.
I
I think I have 2 from pretty much every other Hasbro line, except for Power Rangers. I've got 2 Black Series, 2 Marvel Legends, and 2 G.I. Joe.
I mean, that's the perfect number, right?
Yeah.
I just have a shit ton of stuff. But that's my little Black Series spiel.
Black Series spiel.
These 40th anniversary figures are just beautiful. Although every wave there has been a Luke Skywalker figure in them. The first wave it was Bespin Luke, the second was Snowspeeder Luke, and the third wave was Dagobah
Looks
Luke.
like Luke is getting the Optimus Prime treatment.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
They're
There's
now
an
coming
Optimus
out
for
with
every line.
with an indoor Luke. They've almost got every version of Luke out there.
Nice.
Last year they came out with a Walmart exclusive, like Luke from the beginning of Return of the Jedi. So yeah, every version of Luke under the sun they have. You have in Ceremony, Farm Boy, Stormtrooper Disguise.
Stormtrooper Disguise. Stormtrooper Disguise. Luke Skywalker.
They have a shit version of the Stormtrooper Disguise Luke Skywalker where he's got all the garbage on him.
After the Dianaga attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black Series, good stuff.
You think they're gonna make a Bespin Leia?
Which one? The dress one?
I think so.
They made the Bespin Escape one.
Which one is that?
Basically, she's in the jumpsuit from her Hoth outfit with like her hairdo from the end of the movie, but no vest.
Ah, okay.
She's just like in the
So
white.
yeah, I'm looking
jumpsuit.
for the dress one.
The fancy.
Yeah.
The dinner with Darth Vader one.
Yeah, that one.
The Lando figure right now that they recently redid with face printing technology is the Cloud City Lando. Hello, what have we here? Oh, you old smoothie.
Do you think it'd be possible to apply that face printing technology to Transformers? With, like, the Michael Bay designs?
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah. I don't know if that would work, but it'd be neat.
I know that's how they do G.I. Joe figures.
They do? Where do they copy it from?
They just, like, they make the face details and print it. It's like, they make up new faces.
That's pretty cool.
That's why their faces look lifelike.
Yeah, that would do it. That's pretty awesome.
That's why they don't have...
Funky eyes.
Yeah. The face printing does eyes very well. They are a little pixely sometimes.
I think Beachhead's alright.
Sometimes, like, when you get really up on them, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of pixels. But from far away, it's like, whoa, that's a pretty good head sculpt.
Especially since his is mostly taken up by a ski
Mando,
mask.
Bo-Katan was in Mando.
Oh, yes.
So the latest episode, Mandalorian, was a nice little episode. They escape from the spider. The ship then crash lands on a planet that they're looking for. He delivers the frog lady to her husband. And then he's on a ship. They try to feed the child to a damn kraken.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mando jumps in and they're like, give us the best car, you fucker. We're robbing you and we just killed your pet.
Killed your thing.
They call it a pet.
Yeah, everybody calls it a pet.
And then Bo-Katan and two of her, like, night owls just murder the whole crew of the ship and save Mando and the child. So, Sasha Banks is not playing Sabine Wren.
Oh. She's just a Mando.
She's just a Mando named Casca Reeves.
Huh.
The other guy's named Axe Woves, and apparently that character was named by George Lucas himself on set.
Nice.
Legend has it.
Papa George still pumping out
Papa
quality.
George probably goes to the Mando set like, hey guys, what's up? I'm here to watch some good shit. So, yeah, gosh.
Bo-Katan.
It was the shortest episode of season 2 yet, but...
How long was it?
36 minutes.
Oh, I'm not even keeping up with this anymore.
But, like, 6 of those minutes were opening and closing credits.
Ah.
So, it was basically 30 minutes of story time. Good episode, though.
Good episode.
They jack a Gazanti-class cruiser, which was only seen in Rebels.
Nice.
Until now. That's the little ships... The ship they hijack is the one that carries, like, TIE fighters and Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Cool to see that in live action.
Yeah.
The planet they were on had a cool vibe, too. It was just like...
Oh, yeah, with the Mon Calamari and stuff.
And the Corrin, yeah.
And
then his ship, he gets back on his ship, and it's a shitty job that they did repairing, and he's like, Mon Calamari. I'm like, oh, yeah, because they actually... Mon Calamari is a capital ship producer. They make good ships, and look at the repair job they did to the Razor Crest.
They make good... What'd you say?
Ships.
Ships, yeah.
They make capital ships for the Rebellion.
Ships. Good capital ships.
And then look at the repair job they did on Mando.
He didn't give him very much money.
No. He said, I gave you 1,000 credits.
For Mon Calamari work? I mean, like, that's cheap. You think a capital ship costs 1,000 credits?
Yeah, but this is just a gunship.
You want Mon Calamari expertise, you're going to have to give more than 1,000 credits.
Think the way he said it, 1,000 credits was a lot of money.
Not to a Mon Calamari.
At the end of the episode, forgot to mention, Bo-Katan is
Name
like,
drop.
I know where you can find a Jedi for this little child. And he's like, where? She's like, Forest Moon of Corvus, this city.
Have we seen that before?
No.
Okay.
She's like, this city, you will find Ahsoka Tano. She can guide you to their kind. And I'm just sitting there like, shit, Clone Wars character name dropped another Clone Wars character. I'm ready to see you, Rosario Dawson.
Go.
But that will not happen tonight / tomorrow.
As 1995 Honda Civic will break down again.
Yes, this was episode. Well, that thing. I think this episode is directed by Carl Weathers, who plays Grief Karga. This episode, I think he goes back to Navarro, and it's the episode because that trailer, the trailer footage was from the first 4 episodes, and the only thing we haven't seen is
Navarro,
Grief Karga, and Cara Dune again.
Cara Dune's coming back, baby.
But another thing that gives away that episode 5 is Ahsoka episode. It's the only episode directed by Filoni.
Oh.
All the rest are I think not Jon Favreau directed most of the episodes. Actually, no, he didn't. Never mind. Jon Favreau wrote most of the episodes. Dave Filoni wrote and directed episode 5. So what's about to happen is a shit ton of lore and Ahsoka Tano.
I'm hyped now.
But this 4th episode, I think it's going to be a nice, he's like, the ship's falling apart. We got to make a quick pit stop at Navarro. So he's going to need repairs, and I think he's also going to need cash. And what does Grief Karga have? Cash.
Both. Oh, maybe just the cash.
And then he teams up with Grief Karga and Cara Dune.
To do what? Fight the Empire again?
Probably do something, because Imperial Remnant stuff. What if Baby Yoda gets captured in this episode, though?
Wouldn't put it past him.
I'm just looking forward to Ahsoka Tano, looking forward to how Boba Fett shows his ugly mug
bald
again.
head. Yeah.
Shows up and he's like, "You're no good to me, dead."
I'm bald.
He said, "Hey, Mando."
Hey.
He walks in. Hey, Wanawanga. What are you speaking, bald man? Hey, Wanawanga.
Good Fortuna language. I think that's Huttese.
Yeah. Yeah, that is Huttese.
Huttese. I think my brother knows how to cuss people out in Huttese.
Mando. Oh my god. Mandalorian. This episode.
The Mandalorian.
I was hyped. I was like, Ahsoka Tano next week. No. Nah. I think once they introduce Ahsoka Tano into the show, it's going to be fucking...
It's going to go downhill.
Downhill?
No.
Oh. Some people were like... Because I think Bo-Katan was setting up like the retaking of Mandalore, which will be a plot point.
Oh, that would be cool.
Some of the reviews, like people talking on the internet, they're like, I don't want to see that. I want like this bounty hunter show where he's going around. I'm like... I get you want the bounty hunter books where it was like just random anthology stories, but that's not what this show is about. It is about the Mandalorian. And then I saw another theory. It's like, what if he's not just the Mandalorian? He's the Mandalorian that takes back Mandalore and becomes its ruler.
He's the Mandalorian. That'd be pretty epic, actually. But I still would like some of those bounty hunter anthology.
Oh, no. Yeah. I like the little taste breaker episodes where it's like, we're going off on a little adventure because he's a bounty hunter. You know, he's made enemies. He's done some shit.
Exactly.
You know, like, I feel like this season, if Bill Burr and the gangster characters pop up again, that'll be great. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bill Burr was amazing in Mandalorian. I think that's awesome that he's in it.
You know who Talon Card is?
Talon Card. Who's that?
He's a Legends character.
Yeah.
I want him to show up in canon.
Probably will.
Pretty bad. Like, if anything...
Oh! The guy who played Johnny Ringo. Michael Biehn. He's gonna be in Mandalorian.
Oh.
Rumored to be this episode.
Johnny Ringo.
Mandalorian walks in. Oh.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Johnny Ringo. I'm your Huckleberry. Just blasts him in the head. He's like... Baby Yoda's like...
And then the Mando's like, you're no Daisy.
You're no
Daisy at all.
You're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all. Isn't that right, Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda's like, watch him die. Look into his eyes.
Yes, murder.
Haha, yes, die trash. Oh.
Ew.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I feel like Mando is in a rough spot right now, though, because Bo-Katan kind of like ostracized him for being a child of the Watch. and they're like actual people from Mandalore, and he's not, and he's like, oh, you actual Mandalorians, like people from the homeworld, are stuck up. I felt more brotherhood from Cobb Vanth. And I feel like maybe he creates his own clan.
Or it goes off to just be the
What if he creates his own clan?
Of Mandalorians?
Yeah.
Starting with Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda,
Who
Cobb
might be the
Vanth,
first...
Boba Fett.
Wait, are we sure he's not Mandalore?
It's established that Jango Fett is not Mandalorian.
It is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I always thought he was.
He was in Legends, but Clone Wars came out, and Obi-Wan goes to Mandalore, and Obi-Wan mentions him, and they're like, he is just a common bounty hunter thug. We don't know how he got the armor.
That kind of
So that's
actually.
an origin story somewhere.
That's kind of...
Jango Fett getting Mandalorian armor. Boba Fett, I don't think he's a Mandalorian. I think he's a bounty hunter just like his dad, but I think he's got
what
room
if he's
to
a
become
bounty hunter
Mandalorian.
from Mandalore, but he never necessarily got the armor from Mandalore? Like, what if he didn't ever join any of those clans?
Who, Jango?
Yeah, Jango.
Jango in Legends was his homeworld. This is before Death Watch from the Clone Wars existed.
Yeah.
His homeworld was attacked by Death Watch because he lived on the moon of Conquered Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And his family was, like, murdered. And he got taken in by, like, true Mandalorians.
Huh.
And was technically a Mandalorian, but they never, like, accepted him as one. So, like, yeah, he was Mandalorian, but he was never accepted as one, which is the weird thing. So, he's technically never been a Mandalorian.
I bet you money that's still what canon is.
He's not a Mandalorian.
But technically is. Or, like, they never really considered him one. That would line up with Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
I think it'd be cool if
Did we do that question yet?
What?
The question.
What question? Question of the week?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, favorite Empire Strikes Back moment.
Well, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh. I was zoned out.
No, I think it'd be cool if Din Djarin creates his own clan. He's a clan of 2 right now. He becomes Clan Mudhorn. And he inducts Boba Fett. And you know how Boba Fett has the Mythosaur emblem?
Yeah.
Where if he gets the Mudhorn emblem on his shoulder. And then Cobb Vanth comes in.
Have we ever seen an on-screen mythosaur?
No. I think they're extinct by the time we're watching. Because Mandalorians probably murdered them all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past this show to show one, though.
Somehow.
I'm looking for it. Maybe we get a conversation with the armorer in this next episode.
Oh.
Where he's like, hey, I just met Mandalorians, and they take their helmets off, and they said I'm weird for not.
What's going on?
What is this whole thing?
What's going on, Mom?
What's with the way? Huh?
What is the way?
What is the way? Because obviously they don't know. And she's like, listen, we're a bunch of wackos. And he's like, and he just takes his helmet off. He's like, you're telling me I could have done this the whole time? They're like, and she takes her helmet off. She's like, yeah, we just kind of did it to mess with you.
That's dedication. For a prank.
I hope Heavy Artillery Mandalorian shows up. Big Ham.
Didn't he die?
Unconfirmed. I didn't see his armor in the big pile of armor that the armorer was melting down.
Oh. I didn't catch that.
I think we're going to see a new type of trooper, though.
Oh.
Mortar trooper.
Oh, boy.
It's basically, you remember the incinerator trooper?
Mm-hmm.
We'll take the red on him and make it mustard yellow.
What is it going to do?
He probably has mortars.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember seeing someone, and they were taking the reference photos of them, and they were like, ketchup and mustard trooper.
Well, this is conspicuous.
What? The Mortar Trooper?
No, I just opened Instagram to see what would pop up. And there's a post here saying that some fan sites, Transformers fan sites, got a mysterious package from Hasbro and weren't allowed to open it until earlier today. Thursday was the day we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, they weren't allowed to share what was inside the box until tomorrow.
New item.
New Transformers. What is it? I don't know.
Kingdom.
Kingdom Wave 2, SS-86. Have you seen those? They're doing studio series figures for the 1986 movie.
Yeah.
They look epic. Grimlock is huge. It's gonna be epic. Let's see. Have you ever seen any of the Creed movies? Or are we done talking about Star Wars?
The Creed movies?
Yeah.
With Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, those.
No, I have not.
Heard
they're good.
Because the guy who directed the second Creed movie
is directing the next Transformers
Transformers movie.
I heard Creed 2 was good, so.
I've heard it's good, too. Oh, boy.
Adonis Creed, son of Apollo Creed. Played by who? Who played Apollo Creed?
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No. Carl Weathers.
Whoa. That's pretty close.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the guy who played in Predator. You know who played in Predator 2?
Who?
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
You know what scene he's involved in?
The
You son of a bitch!
that meme.
Carl Weathers is a badass.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see him on Mando again.
He's also not Moff Gideon. Grief Karga.
Grief Karga, yeah.
Star Wars character names are great.
Yeah, there's some wacky ones.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear a normal one, though, it's like... Dropping stuff. Alright. You got anything else to say?
Not particularly.
Not particularly. Alright.
Well,
I guess that's the episode. Empire Strikes Back. Good movie. Watch it. It's been 40 years since it came out.
it has. To the day, or?
No, not to the day.
When did it come out exactly? May. Few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago. A few years ago.
Few years ago, yeah.
Feels like it.
Feels like a few years.
So that's been this episode, Brandon. Next week we'll be back. You choose movie. Since this
I
week...
would choose good movie.
This week I said, let's do Empire for 40 years.
Do Empire for 40 years consecutive.
You're back up. Give us some gold, buddy. All right, that's this episode of Two Dudes in a Podcast. Brandon, sign us off.
I